tell us a little bit about yourself and describe how you got interested in herbalism and what sparked this interest, and basically why did you want to be an herbalist, do this herb thing?
Yeah, so I guess it all started in my Colorado days. I lived in Colorado and was just really interested in dealing with plants. Like I didn't come from a background where my parents were like hippie herbalists or anything. My dad always had a garden, which I was always very interested in, you know, going in and looking at all the little bugs and seeing what critters I could catch out there. But yeah, then I moved to Colorado. I had some health issues happening and I kind of just needed space from my small hometown and wanted to just, yeah, learn how to like live on my own at 19. And so moved out there and yeah, just got into nutrition first and then growing food, moved to Washington to Orcas Island to woof there. So it's like working on farms in exchange for room and board. And yeah, so growing food was kind of where I started first. And then one of our tasks was to go out and wild forage stinging nettle. And yeah, I had never met this plant before, and I just
had you heard of it? Like,
nope,
no,
I had no idea. So I was just like, all right, sounds kind of dangerous, but they really wanted to make pesto for the restaurant that they ran there. So I went out with gloves and little clippers and started just harvesting and with like no knowledge really. And so just getting to know the plants that way felt a little backwards maybe. I don't know, I guess growing and then harvesting. It's usually you like know a little bit about what you're harvesting, which ideally,
right.
But
if you've grown it first, right?
Yeah. Well, I was mostly interested in like growing organic produce for like restaurants and stuff, and then I realized that there are so many like food deserts out there, and that good food is like not really accessible to a lot of people. So I wanted to start some community gardens and realized annual crops are really intense like growing, and it just takes a lot of work to kind of keep up with the annual crops. So perennials is kind of where it's at. And many herbs are perennials, and many herbs can be food as well as medicine. After working on the farm, I moved to Asheville and did like a permaculture course and urban farming school. And we had a section in there, how to make like salves, just basic salve making. And I was just like, ooh, this is really, you know, interesting. Like herbs on your body, like, wow. Great, very accessible way and usually safe way to like receive herbal medicine is topically. And very effective, you know, for bee stings or poison ivy, you know, plantain and jewelweed. Those are great ones and really nice to introduce people to because it's like an immediate effect. Same thing with essential oils, although I use them very sparingly. But, you know, your olfactory glands trigger this response in your system that is just like immediately just triggered. So you kind of feel it right away. And that's really nice to kind of see and introduce people to if they're kind of skeptical about plants and healing.